Kia ora and welcome back. This video is on the analysis of your dot plots. In the previous video I went through what the analysis kind of looks like overall, so if you need some help on that, go back to that previous video. Analysing a dot plot is all about looking for where the dots are on the scale. And since the dots represent the differences between your treatment and control groups, you're looking for whether those differences are positive, negative, or zero. If they're positive, it means there was an increase in the response variable. If they're negative, there was a decrease, and if the difference is zero, there was no change. And remember, this is your treatment minus your control. So if it's positive, it increased in the treatment. If it's negative, it decreased in the treatment. And if it's zero, there wasn't any difference between the treatment and the control group. So in this example, we've got a bunch of dots. We've got them over 2, 4, and then a couple at 6, 8, and 12, 1 at 10, 4 at 14, and 1 at 18. So that means that there were differences of between 2 and 18 beats per minute for heart rate when students had an energy drink compared to when they were resting and hadn't had an energy drink. So our point in explanation is that from the dot plot you can see that all participants' heart rates increased after consuming the energy drink. Out of the 20 participants, all of them had a positive difference between their heart rate after consuming an energy drink compared to when they were at rest. So you can say that they were above the differences of between 2 and 18 beats per minute. And that would give a bit more numerical evidence. And then your link would be, I expected this to happen, or I didn't expect this because, and then you give some kind of link to the context. You don't have to say what you expect or didn't expect. You can say how this aligns with research. It just has to be a link to the context somehow. An example of this in relation to the heart rate and exercise example we had earlier is here. So here we've got our dot plot down here, and here is the example. In the dot plot, here's the analysis In the dot plot you can see the majority of dots representing differences in the participants' heart rates were above zero, meaning they had an increase in their heart rate after exercising compared to being at rest. 27 dots have positive differences, meaning there was an increase for the 12 MAC2I students' heart rate after exercising compared to being at rest. There are no dots with differences of zero, showing there was no change in their heart rate. And there were 3 dots with a negative difference, showing there was a decrease in the students' heart rates after exercising compared to at rest. So here you've got your point in explanation. The majority of dots are positive, so the majority had an increase in their heart rate. 27 were positive, showing the increase. There were none with zero, which would show that there was no change, and there were 3 dots with a negative difference, showing that there was a decrease in those students' heart rates. So that's the example of how to analyse your dot plot. If you have any questions, as always, email your teacher, talk to your classmates, email me, and there is a template in the accompanying booklet or assignment that goes with this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, which is analysing box and whisker graphs, our last part of our analysis.